Have you ever sat alone in silence and asked yourself, who am I really? Not your name, not the story written on your passport, not the image reflected in the mirror. But deeper than all of that, what is it that looks through your eyes, that breathes when you are not thinking about breathing? If you close your eyes and let the noise fade away, you may feel something vast, something wordless. It is not a thought, it is not an emotion, it is awareness itself, quiet, endless, watching. That awareness is what you truly are. From the beginning of your life you have been told a story. It says you are this person, born at this place, belonging to this family, to this faith, to this nation. You learn to answer when someone calls your name. You build a personality, a mask that moves through the world. And you begin to believe that this mask is you. But I tell you, that mask is only a costume the universe is wearing for a while. Behind it stands something infinite, something that never began and never ends. Human beings suffer because they believe they are separated from everything else. They think of themselves as small islands surrounded by an ocean of otherness. But in truth, you are the ocean itself, temporarily pretending to be a wave. Look at a wave. It rises, it falls, and we name it, we call it this wave or that wave. Yet it is nothing apart from the sea. Its beginning and its end are the same water. You are just like that. You arise from the universe, play for a moment, and return, but all along you were never apart from it. You may think, if that is true, why do I feel separate? Because you are a mirror in which the cosmos reflects itself, and for reflection to happen, there must be contrast. Light and shadow, self and other, sound and silence, they exist together. Without the illusion of distance, there could be no experience of closeness. Imagine music. If every note were the same, there would be no melody. The pauses, the spaces between the notes, give rhythm its beauty. Life works the same way. Your feeling of being, me, and not me, is part of the cosmic rhythm, the dance between unity and form. You were never born in the true sense. You simply appeared, like a wave cresting on the sea of eternity. And you will never truly die, because death is only the wave folding back into the ocean that never ceases. So, when you ask, who am I? You are really the universe asking itself that very question. You are the question, the answer, and the silence in between. For years I have said, you are an aperture through which the universe looks at and explores itself. That means everything you see, every breath you take, every thought that passes through your mind is the cosmos looking at its own creation from a unique point of view called you. We have been trained to chase after meanings, to seek enlightenment, to reach for some higher state. But the truth is, there is nowhere to reach. You are already what you are looking for. The seeker and the sought are the same. Life is not a problem to be solved, it is a play to be enjoyed. You do not dance to arrive at a particular spot on the floor. You dance for the joy of dancing. Likewise, the universe is not going anywhere, it is playing, expressing, moving for the pure delight of being alive. If you can see that, you will stop struggling against yourself. You will realize there is nothing to achieve, nothing to become. You are not a fragment lost in the dark, you are the light looking at itself through billions of eyes. Pause for a moment and breathe. Feel how the air enters and leaves without effort. You are not controlling it, life is breathing you. Just as the ocean moves its waves, existence moves through you. You are that movement, not the separate observer. And when that becomes clear, fear dissolves. Because how can the universe be afraid of itself? How can infinity be threatened by change, when change is its very heartbeat? So I say to you, stop trying to hold the water in your hands. Open your palms and feel it flow. You will see that what you thought you were losing is what you always were. Let me tell you something extraordinary. The universe does not happen to you. It happens through you. You are not a stranger wandering through an alien world. You are the world, walking, thinking, breathing, feeling. Just as a tree bears fruit, the universe bears people. We are the fruit of cosmic energy, expressions of the same process that makes stars shine and rivers flow. When you begin to see that, a wonderful thing happens. You stop dividing the world into me and it. You begin to sense that every sound, every face, every leaf trembling in the wind, all of it is you, appearing in countless forms. But the mind is clever, and it loves control. It wants to manage everything, even life itself. You've been told to plan, to improve, to perfect yourself. Yet perfection is not something you can achieve, it is what you are when you stop trying to become. Look at nature. Does a flower try to bloom? Does the ocean try to make waves? They simply happen, effortlessly, because that is their nature. In the same way, you do not need to force life to happen. You only need to stop resisting the flow. When you fight the river, you drown in it. When you flow with it, you become the current itself. People often say, Alan, if everything is one, why do we suffer? And I answer, suffering is the tension that makes consciousness aware of itself. You cannot know light without shadow, joy without sorrow, peace without noise. The universe experiences contrast through you, the play of opposites that gives meaning to existence. Imagine watching a movie where everything is always perfect. No challenge, no conflict, no change. You'd switch it off in 5 minutes. The beauty of a story is in its rise and fall. And you, my friend, the hero of the story the universe is telling itself. But here's the secret, the hero and the storyteller are the same being. You are dreaming yourself into existence. Every heartbeat, every thought, every tear is part of that dream. And one day, you awaken. Not by changing into something new, but by realizing you were never asleep, just pretending to be separate. There is a deep peace in this understanding. Because when you know that you and the cosmos are not two, you lose the anxiety of control. You no longer need to push the river or hold the wind. You see that everything is already unfolding exactly as it should. You are not late. You are not early. You are precisely on time in the dance of infinity. Most of our fear comes from believing we are standing apart from life. That something can happen to us. But life is not coming at you. It is coming from you. Like music from an instrument, existence is playing through your form. When you laugh, it is the cosmos laughing. When you cry, it is the cosmos learning the texture of tears. When you fall in love, it is the universe recognizing itself in another face. That is why I always say, the meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so simple, so plain, and yet everyone rushes around in a panic. As if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves. But there is nothing beyond you, because you are it. You are the eternal happening, the pulse of existence, the eye of awareness. Think of yourself not as a small creature within the world, but as the world itself expressing as a person for a short while. You are not the drop in the ocean. You are the ocean in a drop. And once this truth sinks in, your whole sense of living changes. You no longer struggle to find purpose. You realize that being itself is the purpose. Every breath, every heartbeat, every sunrise, it's all sacred. Life becomes art. Walking becomes meditation. Breathing becomes prayer. You find that silence is not empty, it is full of everything. You stop chasing and start listening. Because the more you listen, the more you hear the sound of what you are. And that sound is pure harmony. Sometimes, people ask me, but Alan, what about destiny? Do we choose our path, or is it already written? And I say, both. You are the author and the character at the same time. It's like watching your own dream and realizing you are both the dreamer and the dreamed. There is no contradiction here. The dance of life is the play between freedom and form, between spontaneity and pattern. You are the free energy of the universe, expressing itself through a temporary human pattern. Once you see that, life becomes a game, not in the sense of something trivial, but as a sacred play, what the Hindus call Leela. The divine play of creation and destruction, of being and non-being. And you, dear listener, part of that divine play right now. Every word you hear, every thought that arises as you listen, is the universe playing hide and seek with itself. Forgetting to remember, and remembering to forget. That's the beauty of it all. You are not trapped in a body, you are dancing in one. You are not a soul inside a shell. You are the infinite pretending to be finite, so it can feel, learn, love, and awaken again. Now, listen carefully, because this is where it all comes together. The question, who am I, is not a puzzle to be solved. It is a door, a threshold, that opens only when you stop searching for the answer. When you truly stop seeking, when you let go of the need to know. There comes a silence so deep that the question itself dissolves. And in that silence, what remains is awareness, pure, untouched, infinite. That is what you have always been. You see, we have been trained to live as if life were a race. As if there were a finish line we must reach before time runs out. But there is no finish line, because there is no separate runner. The one who runs, the path, and the destination are one and the same. You are the eternal flow that has never begun and will never end. The cosmos is not moving through time, time is moving through the cosmos. And you are that movement, watching itself unfold. When you wake up from the dream of separateness, you begin to laugh, softly, deeply. Because you realize the joke was always on you. The joke is that there was never anything to fear. Never anything to prove. Never anything to become. You were already home. You just forgot for a while. And that forgetting, that divine amnesia, was part of the game all along. Because without losing yourself, how could you ever find yourself again? Without darkness, how could you see the beauty of the light? So don't regret your mistakes, your pains, your doubts. They are not failures, they are the fingerprints of your awakening. They are how the universe teaches itself to love in form. Each tear you've cried, each wound you've carried, has been polishing you, like a stone in the river. Slowly turning you smooth enough to reflect the sun. And that sun, that eternal light, is you. When you see this clearly, your life becomes simple again. You stop clinging. You stop defending. You stop pretending to be anything other than what you already are. Because there is nothing to protect. The self you were protecting was only a shadow. An echo of a thought. The real you cannot be hurt, cannot die, cannot fade. Because it was never born. The real you is not inside your head. It is the space in which your head appears. It is the awareness behind every experience. The silent witness of dreams, thoughts, and sensations. And that witness is not yours, it is you. You are not a passenger in life's journey. You are the journey itself. You are the unfolding of stars. The whisper of wind through leaves. The heartbeat of galaxies turning in endless rhythm. You are the great mystery, pretending to be human for a while. And when you truly see that, something miraculous happens. Gratitude arises, not because of something, but as a natural fragrance of being alive. You begin to see beauty in everything. In laughter and tears. In gain and loss. In birth and death. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start saying, so this is how the universe feels today. And in that moment, you are free. Not the freedom of escaping life, but the freedom of flowing with it completely. Of saying, yes, to the whole dance. You see, life is not a problem to be solved. It is a song to be sung. A dance to be danced. A story to be told, and you are both the teller and the tale. So, my friend, stop running. Stop searching. Stop waiting for permission to exist. You already are what you seek. Sit down, take a deep breath. And let the world be exactly as it is for a while. Feel the ground beneath you. The same ground that holds mountains, oceans, and stars. You are not standing on the earth. You are the earth standing as you. And one day, this form will dissolve. Your body will return to dust. Your name will fade. But what you are, that pure awareness, will remain, untouched, unbroken, eternal. That is why there is no need to fear death. Death is not the end. It is the next note in the cosmic melody. The song never stops. It simply changes key. So live fully. Laugh deeply. Love wildly. Because in doing so, you honor the miracle of being. You are not a mistake of the universe. You are the universe itself, momentarily experiencing what it's like to be human. And when this body's story ends, the great actor takes off the mask, bows to the stage, and smiles. For the play goes on. Soft ambient music fades in, piano, ocean waves, gentle strings. And if these words touched something inside you, if for a moment you felt the quiet recognition of who you truly are, then stay here a while longer. Let's keep exploring together. The universe has many stories left to tell. And every breath you take is another page turning. Dizzy, subscribe if you want to keep listening to the voice of awareness. Red heart # like if this message reminded you of home. And remember, you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean, looking back at itself and smiling.